And this is the crib I've designed. It's a safety crib. So when we begin to assemble here, basically it lays out into, there's three parts: platform, sides, front and back. Front and back, two sides are exactly the same. Sides are exactly the same. Platform, single piece, a little bit different. Also have the safety rails and a minimal amount of hardware, all of which can be assembled on the final design with an Allen wrench. For this purpose, I'm going to use a drill though. Okay, I'm going to begin by putting together the framework. And thirdly, the knobs, which we'll be getting to in a bit here, which hold the platform in place. And these are the conformat bolts. Conformats are used throughout the woodworking industry. It can be better easily by one person. I'll kind of drop it into an angle here. I'm going to get one of the bolts ready. Hold it in place, go to the next one. I'm going to do diagonally first. It's always easiest that way, especially if you're one person. I'm just going to get these all to be considered a protrusion by federal standards, so it's going to be... Now, this is technically a crib. The difference between this and the final, once we put on the safety rails, is going to be, I'll bring the camera over and show you. This is what I want to patent, is the way that this platform travels or works with this crib. It does not attach to the corner posts. It attaches to the rails themselves, and basically, or to the slats themselves, so using the slats as basically a rail system to travel up and down. And then these, the corner slats, which are about twice as thick, lock the platform into place. So now, again, these are the safety. I'm going to go ahead and I'll begin on the end here. Attaching this is the safety rail. And what you see in the plans and the drawings, the offsets, there's a piece here, an offset that exists to catch the slats. And then there's also a spacer here, the distance of the slats. So there's a 16th, roughly 1/16 of an inch. So these aren't actually squeezing on the slats, but they'll allow the platform to travel on the slats. Not using the slats for stability, but more giving the crib the ability to be extremely safe at any height, because the slats cannot pull away from the platform, which is where most crib deaths and crib injuries occur. Is because the children get their heads caught, or their limbs caught, between the slats. The slats are able to pull away from the platform, and kids can get caught between here. The safety rail, which will now travel up and down with the platform, is locking these slats in place. No matter how high I take it to, it's going to travel with the platform and lock these slats into place. They cannot be pushed out away from the platform to child. Finish putting the rest of these on. Take a minute here. In my opinion, this makes this simply the safest crib available today. It eliminates 90% of the hazards that exist today with cribs by simply traveling along the slats and not attaching to the corner posts. I'm on the other end now. A couple of screws over here. So you see, all in all, our assembly time for the basic crib was very, very quick and very, very easy. Done by one person. Might take a little more time if you don't have a drill, if you're using the Allen wrench. And then we get a little bit technical here in attaching these, but again, this can be done with an Allen wrench. Easier with two people, but easily done by one. Just take a little more time. And now I'm going to be I'll put the back one on here first so that I can show again up front what I'm doing as I do it. So, and this, as far as between final design and this current thing that I'm doing here, the rail system, the rail and slat system for the adjustability and safety on this crib are exactly the same as the final model. Nothing has changed there again. The only things that have changed between this crib and the final design is the height, and basically just cosmetic things. The height, these top finials and decorative pieces will have to be chopped off flat. Nothing can protrude above the crib for federal standards, and the decorative bolts will be removed. But for patent purposes and design purposes, nothing is changing for what I'm trying to patent here. This will be the exact same. And once we get fully assembled here, I'll show how easily this crib adjusts. And it gives you a much better understanding of how the rail system is basically going to work like a track for the platform. So again, there's a 16th inch gap here as I kind of snap on some of these slats. They can't bend out, but they've got loose, not loose, but wiggle room. That wiggle room again will allow the platform to travel up and down the slats and not get caught as we adjust the height of the platform. Okay, final safety bar here on the front. So in this case, this is what I'm doing with the drill here. We're just putting what would be an 8/32 threading bolt into a threaded insert that exists in the platform already. So the same thing with these. What I'm screwing these into would be metal inserts, threaded inserts that catch the thread and attach. So it's a bolt assembly, again, that can easily be done with an Allen wrench by one person, but no wood screws to meet federal standards. You can't have any kind of wood screw to stay within federal standards. It's all going to be bolts, which is what we've got here. So last one here, offset. Screw this in, put these all tight. So here we are, one more. No, we're not. No, we're not. Okay, so here we have the crib fully assembled. Everything I just did could easily be done with a single Allen wrench by making all those Allen wrench heads. Okay, crib fully assembled. You can see we got a safety rail, which are done in purple, just for the sake of this crib decorative purposes. But you can see them easily because they're the purple. So now I'm going to remove the bolts to adjust the crib. The 4 corner bolts. We'll go diagonally. It's always safest to go diagonally. Now this is done the easiest with 2 people, like anything, assembling or adjusting. But you see, I'm staying outside the crib. All I would have to do, if I had a child at this point, and my child had grown and I wanted to drop the level of this platform, I simply remove the mattress and remove the 4 corner bolts. And then I'll simply let the platform, at this point I don't have to push it. It's got enough tension between the side, between that small gap between the safety bar and the slat. It's not hung up or binding, but it simply allows me to adjust. I'll say I'll go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 all sizes, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I simply do, oop, a little slide there. Better keep one hand on it. Pull it back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm just simply doing what I did the first time when I assembled the crib. I'm going to stick these in. Just a little bit tight to hold them in place. I'll go around diagonally. Now again, this is a bigger crib and I'm over 6 feet tall. So the next crib will be a little smaller. The production model will be smaller. Little people will be able to get around it a little easier. But again, just easier with 2 people than 1. But I am able to do it easily with 1. And then coming back. Let me go ahead and put the finals in. We'll tighten them up all the way here. Get this one in. Alright, so we're all the way tight now. You can see we just simply, very quickly, with one person and a hand drill, assembled the crib and adjusted the crib's height. Very easy to do, and I think we're doing it in a way that nobody else is doing it right now, by attaching it to the slats themselves and putting no tension or attachments to the corner posts. This is simply, I'm going to go ahead and just take the camera off the stand here, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. The way that the slats, so usually you have, I'll put the crib mattress in here and show, but right now these slats, there's a 1/16 inch gap down in there that's locking them between that safety bar and this crib platform, which makes this safer than any crib on the market today. And we drop the mattress back in. We note that this crib is also sized to fit the mattress very tight against the slats, so that children, by federal regulations, they're not allowed to fit more than 2 fingers between the gap in the mattress and the slats themselves. I've designed this to fit very tightly to the slats because we can actually use the mattress to push on the slats because we've got the safety rail which won't allow them to move, making it even more difficult for a child to get his foot or his hand, much less his head, caught between the slats and the mattress. Again, making this crib just safer than anything else that exists today. So there's the crib with the mattress assembled and